The people presenting on this platform are also doing it for free. This is an open platform. You come here to volunteer and share your knowledge while you're taking away with you abundant knowledge that others have to offer. So it is a collaborative community style of a platform. We trade in knowledge and expertise and not in cash. That is our form of exchange. So if you are here, bring your knowledge, bring your expertise, and trade it for additional knowledge and additional expertise. So enjoy this communal, collaborative environment. Everybody is a leader, everybody's a teacher here, and everybody is a learner. And so come enjoy and keep a tab on what we do. We have some fun, interesting, and engaging things coming up in 2022, and you are a part of it. Until we meet again, thank you.
Hi everyone, it's me, Vidya. I'm from Hyderabad. Teaching is my passion. It's a great privilege for me. I feel very blessed and honored to be a part of sharEvery. It's a great fortune for me. And today, I'm going to tell a little bit knowledge which I'm having regarding the stage fright and how we can win this stage fright. What actually stage fright is. So what are the symptoms and the causes, and what are the strategies we need to follow to overcome, to win the stage fright. Before getting into the session, I just want to have a small activity. I want any one of you just list out 10 fears which you are having, the biggest fears in your perspective.
While standing in front of the mic, I generally hesitate to speak.
When we are discussing about the fear, as just now the sir has said that it's a stage fright, which we call it as stage fright. So not only you, sir, not only me, almost around 80 to 90% of the people around the world, they are having a stage fright. It's the world's biggest fear. It's not me who is saying this. Majority of the people, they'll suffer with this stage fright. It's the first place. And the second one. So we should know the sequence of what comes first and second. The second one is death. Okay, we are scared of dying. So we just can't accept that we are going to die, or we can't bear that losing any near or dear ones. Okay, and the third one, reptiles, the snakes, the lizards, all these things. We are scared of such sort of things. So this is the list of the 3 things. So now let me explain what actually fear is. So what is fear? So how can we define a fear and what actually it is? Fear, it is like a part of our soul. So since from the birth, the fear which we did in our childhood, we'll be scared of dogs. Even I am scared of dogs. Okay, dogs or the lizards or the cockroaches, all these things. Since from the childhood, we'll be having this fears. But as we grew up, we try to overcome these fears to a certain extent, not almost all. So we try to overcome to a certain extent. And this fear, it can be categorized into 2, physical fear and the psychological fear. So when we are talking about the physical fear is the one which we can see, which we can feel. For example, if we want to do skydiving or a bungee jumping, all these things, so definitely we will have some fear in our mind, in our body. So that we call it as a physical fear, which needs a lot of planning. We need to do so many things in order to understand that, in order to learn that, in order to experience that. So the knowledge is important. When we are talking about the psychological fear is the one need not be done anything. The only thing is that we need to understand. If we understand, then we realize that we are unnecessarily getting scared out of that thing. For example, thinking that losing somebody else, it's a psychological feeling. It's a psychological fear, which we need to combat, which we need to fight. There will not be any good fear or a bad fear. Will it be there? No. So, the good fear and bad fear, it won't be there. Fear is fear. It's irrational. Say, it's rational or irrational. But fear is good. Anybody tell me why the fear is good? At what circumstances when you can say that fear is good?
What I think about the fear is, if we have fear, our development chances will be more, what I believe. If we fear of something, we will put little more work hard to overcome that fear, and we will try to overcome that fear. There will be a positive development in us if we overcome the fear. If we fear also, it gives us and we'll put more hard work and we'll try to overcome, and we will make the things to get it possible by putting more hard work and more thinking in different ways and making it possible to happen, whatever the thing we want to do or present or achieve. I believe that. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Right. So, as ma'am said, the fear, it should be there. If we want to grow for our personal, professional development, if we have within such a stipulated time we are supposed to do, then it's good that you should have some fear within you. Then only you can complete your work, isn't it? So fear should be there. Otherwise, we can't differentiate between the life and death situation. Suddenly a car or a bus is coming, then you have to see that you have to step ahead, you have to step back, isn't it? Otherwise, the bus, it will hit you. So, fear should be there. But the most good thing is that everybody will have fear. Now, can anybody tell what actually the stage fright is? We are talking about the fear, but I want to know what actually the stage fright is.
Actually, last year in our company, we have a celebration. That time, all are they are talking. I'm also want to share something. So when I was putting the mic, it's my voice is echo from that time, and shivering my voice, totally nervous, and goes to blank in my mind. That time it's in front of people. If I do speak, it's anything wrong. What they are thinking about me. That time I'm very fear. That time I felt very bad that moment.
Right. Yes, madam. In the whole message, no, you have used the word called as a nervousness. The stage fright, it is nothing but the nervousness in front of an audience when you are going to give any appearance. It's a feeling of fear or nervousness that some people have just when they appear in front of audience. But the same thing which you are discussing, anybody asks you to come stand on the stage and explain, then will become speechless. That nervousness before and during an appearance in front of the audience, that we call it as a stage fear. Now, I'd like to ask one more question. Have you ever felt the stage fright? I would like to ask this question to Rambabu sir, because we know who is Rambabu sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I think it's very common to everyone. It's not special to anyone. It's very common. Before coming to this particular position or this particular stage, I also had fear of speaking in front of the big gatherings. So I think it's a part of our life. But after practicing, after feeling why we are actually getting the fear, so then automatically we can overcome it. It's my response. Thank you.
Right. That means everyone with a speaker like Rambabu sir can have a stage fright. Then that means it's a common. It's nothing alienated over here. Everybody will have this fear. It's a good news, good thing that we all should know that everybody will have the fear within themselves. Somebody will show and somebody they will overcome those fear. That's the thing. Why do we get the stage fright? Why do people fear? Suresh Gaur sir, please.
Ma'am, I would like to answer.
Okay.
Ma'am, for me, first time when I was about to talk in front of everyone, like there is a new change. Talking in friends and talking before a crowd is a change. So I feel even resistance for change is also one of the reasons for fear, according to me.
Thanks a lot, madam.
Over expectation is maybe the cause to get the stage fear.
Right, very good answer, sir.
I would also like to add one point, madam. Why will get means subject or the thing which we want to say in front of the audience, if you are not well prepared for it, if you are not well prepared, or if you are not well prepared with the content, or if we have the fear that all the audience are watching and they may say something, they may think something, may degrade us, like that, if we get the feeling, that will also cause, make us to fear in front of the audiences. That is also one cause, according to me, which will make us stage fright.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The first one, it has been completed, the expectation. Don't expect much. Second one is the anticipation. So anticipation, it's like the most unfortunate human gift which we have. It's a boon and the bane simultaneously. Most of the times we anticipate terrible things. What if if I go wrong, what if this happens, what if that happens. We always think the negative things. So don't anticipate in that way. If it happens, if you are unable to deliver a lecture properly, then it's okay. Nobody is going to arrest you. So don't have such sort of anticipations. Okay, remove those negative anticipations, the negative things from your brain. The next one, inadequate preparation. Whenever I go, I am unable to speak, open up. Sala madam said that if at all we are not having a preparation perfectly, yes, definitely. We requires a lot of preparation. We have to organize the content properly. If at all you are not having the correct preparation, if at all you are going on the stage without any preparation, then definitely you will feel nervousness. It's for sure. So, inadequate preparation is one of the cause for getting this stage fear. And the fear of unknown. So, just now one person has said that the new things, that is something new. And we are afraid of newness. Okay, our brain, it can't accept the new things very easily. So, that's the reason when we first step on the stage, it's a new thing. So, we'll fail. The fear of unknown. Next, fear of being judged. We should never judge ourselves. We should never compare with others. We people know, we got a very bad habit that we always think what other people will think about us. We won't bother about ourselves, but we always bother what the other people think about us. So the fear of being judged is also one of the reasons, one of the causes for getting this stage fear. And the negative past experience. Definitely all will have a negative past experience. Isn't it? Sandra ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am there.
Very good evening, madam.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. I'd like to ask one small question. Can you think back to any childhood event? Not now. Is there any incident which happened in your childhood days?
When I was in school, I was given a chance to speak in front of others. But the topic which I got, I was having no information regarding that. And I got scared. So after that, directly in 13th, in my camp, I got this chance to speak. So that phobia was there inside me. And I could not even speak about my name. Like, just to give that name, I just told I could not speak, I am Sandra Lopez.
Okay. The negative past experience which happened somewhere else, that we should not think about that negative experience. You should not think about your past experience again and again. What was your first stage experience, sir? When you hold the mic for the first time, how you felt?
To say frankly, I had these type of experiences very rarely in my life. I might be there in front of mic just 10 times of my life experience.
Superb answer. Okay. So, it's very easy to tell whether you got the stage fright or not. It's very easy. These are the symptoms which we most commonly see in the people who got the stage fright. At least 4 will be there. So out of 6, I said the 4 will be there. If at all you are having any 4, then that means you are not having the stage fright. And you should try to overcome the stage fright. This first one, it is the rapid breathing. The rapid breathing and the racing pulse is the first thing which we can see for most of the people. The first thing. And the next, the dry mouth. Dry mouth and the tight throat. It's the second one which we often see in the people who will have this stage fright. And the third one, sweaty and cold hands. The hands will become very sweaty and cold. And the next, the nausea or the vomiting sensation. Something stomach upset. And the next, the vision blurry. I mean, so you can't just see clearly. So, and shaking, trembling of hands, legs, lips, and the voice will change. Okay, trembling of voice. All these are the 6 symptoms which we can see in the stage fright. And as I said, that 4 are they, that means sure you will be having the stage fright.
Before presenting the speech, it is better to have a rehearsal in front of the mirror.
Yes.
Practice.
Yeah.
3-P formula. Practice. Right. When you're going to give any speech, make sure that you should be there in the room at least 30 minutes, 1 hour to 30 minutes earlier, so that you can be at ease. You feel very comfortable. You'll get a time to rehearsal, to practice the session. Okay, you can take a brisk walk or a meditation or sit comfortably and imagine yourself on the stage. You just imagine yourself on the stage and how you are going to give. Okay, So like that. So that's the reason you should always be the first person, but not the last person. You should always be the first person to enter into the room, but not the last person. Keep that in the mind. Next, you should always have a confidence within you. If you have a confidence, you should always give a positive talk, positive self-talk. We'll say we should talk to ourselves. When a child is coming late for a school, right from the school, then the mother goes on thinking, what might have happened to my child? Is he safe? So like that, the negative talk. So we always have this negative talk. So avoid this negative talk. We should not have this negative talk. Okay, and we should least bothered about the what the other person is saying. Here I just want to add a small story. Once upon a time there was a village. In that village there's a river. In that river we got a fishes and a frogs. So one day what happens is that there's a competition between these frogs. They said that we'll see who will climb the tree. Who will be the first to climb the tree. So 4 frogs, they started climbing the tree. All the 3 they are trying and they are coming down. But only one frog, it at last reached the tree. Then all the remaining 3 started asking, how come you reached there? How is it possible for you? So that 4th one, it said that as you people encouraged me, so that's the reason I reached. These 3, they got confused because they are not encouraging. They are asking the frog to come down. But this frog, what it done is, go on. It thought in the other way. Why? Because it's a deaf. Okay, so it just can't hear. Okay, as it is a deaf, it can't hear. So when you are going to give a public speak or when you are going on the stage, then you should think, imagine yourself as a deaf. The next one, bring rhythm between you and audience. There should be a connection between you and the audience. You should not feel that the audience are different and the audience should not feel that you are something different. No. So the moment you enter into the room, you should greet the people. You should have an interaction with the people so that they can know you. The strangers will convert into the friends and the friends, they will become a family. So if it's a family, then the support will be there definitely. So we'll be at ease. There will not be any nervousness. Next, connect with the audience. We should know how to connect with the audience. Everybody, if I am sitting over there or any person, they have lots and lots of information. So knowledge is not important over here. The connection is important. If they really want the information, they can just ask you to give the PPT, or else they can go and Google, isn't it? Google is there, no, our friend. So the information is not important, but the connection should be there. So if you get connected with the audience, then definitely you get engaged in that and you'll rock the stage. Okay, so the connection with the audience is very important. And the next, breathe to relax. We know that the oxygen is the one which is a life-sustaining gas. So without that, we'll die. So unknowingly, daily we'll be inhaling, we'll be taking the air. But when we get nervous, then what we'll do, we'll take either rapid or a short breathing, or else we hold our breath. But we should breathe consciously. We should train our mind purposefully. We have to train our brain. We have to train our brain in such a way that it can breathe easily. Okay, so there are some breathing exercises which we can do. Just take a deep breath. At least you should do this 10 times before giving any speech. So how? Close your eyes and then breathe in with your nose and breathe out with your mouth. Like this. So this is the breathing. So if you do such sort of a breathing, it relaxes you a lot. Okay. So the mind, it will get calmed down. The adrenal level, it will come down. Heartbeat goes normally. Okay. So there will not be any anxiety. There will not be any nervousness. And at the same time. So that is from the head to toe. From head to toe, you should relax each and every part of our muscles. So first close your eyes and relax your face and the eyes. Take a deep breath and relax your eyes and the face. The next, take a deep breath and then relax your shoulders, hands. Next, stomach, the legs, thighs, toes. Like that, the complete body, it will get relaxed. So we'll be at very ease. There will not be any nervousness and we can deliver whatever we want to. Always imagine the positive outcome. Always visualize the success. Think that after your completion of the speech, the public, they are applauding you, they are praising you, they are coming to take your signature. Okay, so like that. So imagine the success. A positive outcome should be there. Visualize the success, and the next, take a pause. Always, most of the speakers is there. They should not take, but pausing is very important. For a good speech, it will have some impact. If you rush like me, if you rush now, there will not be any impact. And at the same time, you will get a time to think about your thoughts also. So pausing at the correct time, at the correct place is a very important. It's an important tool, especially when you are preparing your speech. The punctuations marks should be there, the commas, full stop, everything should be there. And the next, when you are giving the speech, then the pause should be there. Mock up your speech that you know that to a friends, a husband or a colleagues, to them. Now, if you tell them, then it's like a practice session for you. You'll get an experience. Because if you do that, one more thing is that person who are listening, for example, your husband or a colleague, they will going to ask some questions, and there is a possibility that the same questions can be asked by the audience also. Then you can give your performance best because you already know the answer to that question, isn't it? So mock up your speech and practice in front of a mirror. So this mirror project we'll ask the students to do this mirror project so that they can know what are the defects in them. So practice in front of a mirror, but when you are practicing, make sure that your facial expressions are also according to your speech. It's not like that you are just simply giving the speech, but your facial expression does not match the words. The words and the facial expression, it should match. Otherwise, it's like reading up. Okay, it should not be like that. Facial expression should be there, and then the smile. I smile a lot. Smile a lot as it costs nothing, isn't it? The smile should be there on your face because the smile is the one which reduces the anxiety also. If you smile a lot, it reduces your anxiety levels also. It calms you down and the body gestures. And the last one, choose a topic wisely. You should feel for it. You should care for it. So while choosing the topic, you should ask yourself some questions. Do I really like this topic? Do I love this topic? Does it have any benefit? Does it benefit other people? So few questions if we ask, then definitely if you choose a topic which you love to tell, then you'll give your best. There's no doubt in that. So even the great leaders, orators, the public speakers, in fact, even the Swami Vivekananda or Abraham Lincoln or a Warren Buffett. So all these persons, initially they are scared of something or other. They are having the stage fright. But the practice and the strategies, the tips, the tricks which they followed made them a good public speaker. Okay, great speakers. So the great speakers are not born, but they are trained. They are trained and trained. So now it's your turn. Train your brain and pack your fear. Okay, last I just want to tell one small activity. Everybody just keep your fingers in your ears, just like this. Okay, just like this. Just not inside the ear. Just, yes, you should hear the sound. Okay, or else like this. Rambabu sir, like this. Okay, and just say that I'm not going to listen to you. Tell to your brain, tell to your chatter box, which always chatter something or other, it will be there in our brain, isn't it? So tell to your brain loudly. Okay, mute yourself, keep in your mute mode, and tell to your mind that I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to be an effective public speaker. I'm going to be an effective public speaker. The loud affirmation should be there. If you tell loudly, then all that it will send to our brain, and definitely the brain, it will tell to yourself, you will become an effective public speaker. That's it, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you one and all for bearing me, for hearing me. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
really fantastic session, and you have given wonderful tips along with by adding your experiences. So it shows your interest, it shows your caliber, it shows your passion and everything. What else? Everything. I would like to listen from Suresh Gaur, sir.
I noticed many things from you, and those are really useful to us, especially sharEvery's, because we have been here in doing many things, and Your session was really good and it was really helpful, ma'am.